Developer diary number 8. I'm recording it this morning, but it's for the previous day. So the idea with these developer diaries is to keep them every day. The reason is continuity, accountability, making sure there's progress every day. Even on days when there's no progress, there's still reporting, to keep myself honest with myself and for the sake of a project to keep it steady. So great news on the technical front. Yesterday I was full on learning about sprite sheets in this new monogame framework, which interestingly there are called Texture Atlas, something I've never heard before, but apparently Texture Atlas, yeah, same exact thing as sprite sheet. And then further I learned about how to animate from there through the update function. Again, something I knew from long ago. I probably already knew it from 15 years ago. So it's not necessarily news to me, it's just that I'm learning exactly how it's implemented in this mono game framework. And again, there's not much to show for it just yet. I'm still going through tutorials. Again, the pace is maybe a little bit slower than I anticipated, but then again, anticipation is simply just maybe some kind of best case scenario we're thinking of, or even imagining in our head. But realistically, measurable progress is far superior and always trumps any kind of imagination, right? So we're going through it slowly and steady. There's 28 chapters in the tutorial. I'm on chapter 10 now, so progress, right? And once I get through the tutorial, I start playing around with this stuff myself, and I think it'll just be like a snowball effect at that point. So I'm not worried at all. Actually, I'm quite happy with the pace. The fact that this is happening is already getting me excited. Another thing I was looking at, but I still have not implemented, is either Figma or some kind of other tool, but I mean probably Figma, because that's the most popular tool right now for storyboarding, for sort of like a mood, what do they call it? Like a mood board, right? To get clips of things that inspire me, to get any kind of sketches, which I also need to start working on the sketches. So far they're in my head. I would like to also create a mind map. There were a couple ideas I had yesterday. One has to do with essentially it's like a chakra system or body zone system, where like somebody might have a very developed head or intellect, and another person would have their throat or sort of like communication bard abilities, right? Another person would have a heart, which would be something maybe that a druid might have, a type of loving earthly energy, and so on. So that kind of system could get implemented. It's already usually in place in one way or another, whether through attributes of clothing, like artifacts and heroes of might and magic, or just your typical armor in RPGs. But again, I think there's another layer we could add to it. And then another thing that I was thinking of is perimeters, right? So like, since it's a strategy and our kingdom will have borders, I've noticed that in games like Age of Empires, for example, or Heroes of Might and Magic, again, these are the two that we're taking as our sort of starting bases, because I feel like they survive the test of time. Their bases are fairly loose, in a sense that you can have a castle anywhere on the map, you can build a new base anywhere on the map. But then games like StarCraft, for example, specifically Zerg and Protoss races, or factions, they had the creep, and they had the pylons, which sort of limit you into what you can build. So here I thought that maybe some kind of border, some kind of perimeter that has some sort of functionality, just as a placeholder thought for now. But yeah, those were the thoughts as of yesterday. So more to come later today. But yeah, see ya.